Quadruple murder suspect Bryan Kohberger expected to waive his extradition to Idaho in a hearing today. And now we're learning he was studying DNA and forensics in his criminology class just 2 weeks before the slayings.
With us live in studio, forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Baden. Of course, we always love having you on talking about this because you are such an expert in this field. But, you know, the main thing that I want to touch on right now is the DNA. We don't know for sure how it was tracked down. We'll find that out more in the coming days when he's back in Idaho. But his DNA apparently wasn't in the system. So explain to us how, if that is how investigators were led to Kohberger, how they would have found DNA somewhere else.
Yeah. DNA became a forensic investigative tool because all of the DNA matches, DNA of people of criminal records go to the FBI in a CODIS, C-O-D-I-S, database, just like they have a fingerprint database. So if there is somebody who has some DNA found at a crime scene or in a sexual assault kit that matches somebody who's already been arrested and has the DNA in CODIS, they can make a hit. But if there is no DNA sample in CODIS, because he's never been arrested, for example, you have the DNA of the suspect without a match. What's happened just in the past 5 years, that by using other non-CODIS databases, like Ancestry databases, if there's a marker in the DNA that matches markers in other DNAs that are already voluntarily in databases, not with CODIS, not with the FBI, but with voluntarily, they can make a match of somebody who's similar and maybe a sibling or a cousin of the DNA at the crime scene or in the sexual assault kit.
And it's fascinating how they did that. Yeah, absolutely fascinating.
The first one was the Golden State killer in California, who 40 or 50 years later, 2017, they were able to make a match and find the guy who did it.
I want to get your thoughts on this latest information we're just getting in. Kohberger has allegedly been threatening guards from his Pennsylvania jail cell, with another inmate reportedly claiming he screamed out, "I cut them, I'll cut you. You come in here and I'll cut you." So many ways to break this down. Is this an admission that's going to be used against him in a court of law? Or I look at this and say, is he setting up an insanity defense? What's your breakdown?
It would seem to me that if they really have good DNA evidence, we don't know yet because it hasn't been released. That'll be released in the next couple of days when he comes back to Idaho. That if they have good evidence, we don't know that yet. We know it's been just rumored. Then an insanity defense might be the way the lawyers will proceed. It sounds to me that the defense lawyers are doing a good job. Remember, they've already stopped the Idaho police from tearing down the crime scene so that they could have their own experts come in and see if they agree or disagree with the determinations of the FBI and the police at the crime scene. So that an insanity defense is very possibility, especially because of his academic kind of records and invitations. So there are a whole lot of things that an insanity defense can exonerate somebody, not exonerate him, but take him off the criminal hook, or if the insanity defense will keep it from being a capital case. Right. That is, it would be a win for the prosecution if the win for the defense if the prosecution goes with insanity with a capital case. Not to get capital, but get life imprisonment would be a defense win in this case.
Really quickly, before we let you go, a few weeks before the murders, he was studying in detail, apparently, how forensics, DNA, and other evidence procedures help prosecutors. How far in do you think lawyers are looking into these claims?
They're going to go very far in. It sounds to me that the public defenders can be very excellent attorneys. And it sounds so far that what the public defenders have done with representing him has been a very professional, done very professionally, and there can be a lot of issues raised with DNA from the very thing of the interference, the impairment of how the DNA was collected.
And the information's out there for these defense attorneys on how to fight DNA evidence.
Yes,
it's known by now.
Oh, yes. Usually it's how it's collected,
right.
which is an issue here.
Dr. Michael Baden, as always, we appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.